they really just cut my live off for playing music. And I don't know why I forgot that would happen. That song wasn't even supposed to start playing. I was just putting out hella information too, and they cut my shit off. Peace. Thank you. I'm just like this. Yes, exactly. Because Hailee Salassee, his coronation was either today, tomorrow, or November 11th. I've heard different things, but I am just like the Ethiopian emperor. I do have Ethiopian in my family, from what I'm told. I'm also a Creek, Indian, Muskogee Nation, Aboriginal, Indigenous, Atanis. I don't even know how to say that word. Atanis, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you for getting on here, watching. I was playing a song called "It Was Written" by Damian Marley. So that's what some of the stuff they're talking about. My last video, it was alright, because I had the music playing at first. It was written up in the book of life that a man shall endure forevermore. Yeah, so, and what he says is, the pen is stronger than the knife. And they can kill you once, but they can't kill you twice. The body's just a vehicle transporting the soul, and it's what's inside that's beauty to behold. So that's what they talking about, and they talking about Salassee, Hailee Salassee. He's known as an Osiris figure. Osiris basically was the king of Kemet, man god, the god man, and he had left and came back. Basically, he had to do some things. He came back, and his brother, yeah. Oh, and I hope all is well with you also. So, because I don't know, I didn't really ask how you doing. So how you doing? I hope all is well. So, yeah. Osiris, his brother Set, sometimes they call him Set Typhon, he hosted a feast in his honor. And there were 72 conspirators there. The same people who were greeting him and all this other stuff were the same people who would later throw him in the coffin. Well, he jumped in the coffin, but still the coffin closed. So we got the Osiris. Hailee Salassee, when he was coronated, there were 72 nations who were there during it. I actually saw a video saying that he actually lives, so he's still alive. And if you see the other person that they're talking about, it's pretty convincing. I don't really, want to get all into none of that stuff. But so yeah, shit. I feel like an Ethiopian emperor, so I'm sitting there dressed like this. Man, I wish I could. That's so dope. What happened to your poster of Hailee Salassee? I'm just curious. And I'm wearing this ring. I feel like it might even be a female's ring, but I just threw that on. Yeah, as far as my family, shit, I am the crown prince. that's what I was saying too. In the Ethiopian law or line of succession, any male member could essentially fight for the throne, or I don't even know the word I'm thinking of. I feel like it starts with a V. Oh, that's so dope. Yeah, they actually turned his palace into like a museum and maybe even a school, university. Well, he actually was the one who did it. And that's what I was saying, was he didn't even care. He would rock his afro. Most of the time you see him, he got an afro, got a fro. So I did have my crown on. So I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I used to be Ramses II. Well, Ramesu, Usir Mat Ra. Later on, Usir Mat Ra Setepen Ra, or Setepen Re, Ramesu Mariamin, Ramesu Mariamin. So I have flashbacks here and there, little visions. Can't really make nobody believe me, and that's alright. Shit, past lives are faint. It's like when you have a dream and you wake up like, what? It's like dreaming about. And it would be so crazy to, like, if somebody did pass away in their sleep, like they just wouldn't wake up. Like, damn, I've been asleep for a long ass time. Dang. I would still keep it though. That's wild. I guess you might have to get another one. And yeah, thank you for joining this live and watching. I'm not doing nothing. I have music playing to cut my live off. But okay, so like, oh, just came right off. The lady in my life, we've been talking for months. We started talking in April. Well, we were friends. God damn, we've been talking like 6 months. I bet it was. I was gonna say, my queen is Nigerian, and she's an actual princess. Like, I think her grandpa is still alive, and then her dad will become the king. I think her grandpa's alive. But whatever the case, she is definitely the princess and queen. At least one of them, if nothing. I don't know how all this stuff works, but in her family, she is. Well, the way it goes is the king who ruled would have to have a daughter who had a son. Yeah, she should be a little bit of pressure. I've seen a picture of her great grandpa or great grandpa. I'm like, man, I'm not messing with dude. He looks very scary. She got me involved. It got me hip to the Ifa culture, the African spirituality. I get her hip on stuff about Kemet. Like I said, I am a Creek Muskogee native, so I feel like that goes with the Mayan stuff. And you probably know we were all over the world. Somebody said it was like I can't get this to stay, so I got a rubber band right now. But somebody was saying that they didn't think that we had been all over the world, or maybe they were talking about Canada. But I'm like, shit, man, we was everywhere. The Twa people, called misnumbered the Pygmies. Peace. The Twa people, it says in this book that they inhabited the world for 2-3 million years. So we're way older than they're even gonna say that we are. Peace, Hetep. Oh, really? What did you find out about the Muskogee? I did see a map where it said that they were all over Florida, but they for sure are from Alabama. I mean, you know, all over. But peace. I'm gonna put my crown back on real quick, so let's see me in my full glory. Yeah, so yeah, I'm on that Hailee Salassee shit. So that's okay. I did want to talk about the Matrix too, the glitches in the Matrix. Oh man, I totally forgot. So it's a movie called The Animatrix. I'm not exactly sure what it's about. I think they tell the backstory of the Matrix, and then they go on to tell about these other stories, maybe after Neo. But somebody just posted something and it reminded me, so I wanted to touch on this real quick. There's this spot. Okay, I don't even know how to explain this. Start. So, man, I feel like I gotta. That pyrite's fire. Oh, okay, yeah, Trail of Tears. Yeah, because if you look on the map around that area, you'll see Muskogee Creek Nation and all some other nations. So I was gonna say, the Matrix. What's even happening in the Matrix? And they show you on the movie that the people are being used as batteries for these robots. Right. Okay, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know I got a big family. I've been on Ancestry.com. I ain't getting no DNA, but I can look up the people in my family, and then it will give you like hints and stuff like that. So it's really helpful. I got about 30 ancestors I can count now. And then there's my great grandpa was white, and he was a slave owner. Like he probably just enslaved indigenous people, because my people were showing up as mulatto. My great grandma, I thought she was white when I saw her in a picture, and she actually didn't take my great grandma in and say she was too dark, and she was probably passing for white. So I don't know what happened, but I actually have been to that graveyard in Kentucky where these people lived. I looked on the internet, and it was saying, I would say quote unquote, but African American ancestry in Kentucky borderlands or something like that. And so I was thinking my great grandma was white, but I'm like, shit, like they enslaved her ass. If my ancestors don't come to me in no dream though, like I don't know what to tell them or what to think. But anyway, so on the Animatrix, this is what it is. The humans perfect AI, which is artificial intelligence. they basically have everybody got off. They basically have these robots now and these robots have consciousness. So I'm gonna say that again though. The humans perfected artificial intelligence, AI, and that these robots had consciousness. One of these robots killed its owner because the owner said it was gonna scrap him. And he feared for his life. He got arrested. This stuff went to court. Like I said, it's the backstory of the Matrix. So the humans are like, well, you're a robot. You don't have the right to defend yourself like that, like a human would. Peace. And so these robots from the Matrix or the Animatrix, they ended up creating their own city called 01, which is like a binary code for like computers or reality. Peace. I haven't really heard from you in a while. Well, like since that, I mean, I've heard like from you in comments and stuff, but since I did that reading for you, I hope everything's well with you. So yeah, they make their own city. I'm kind of forgetting how this stuff happens. But so the robots are, they're flourishing. They're making products and items and stuff, manufacturing all this stuff that humans are buying, weapons, whatever it is. They ended up coming to the humans trying to, make a peace treaty, and the humans didn't accept it. And then they went and just, destroyed their city. It's just like Black Wall Street. Not funny, but similarity is. That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, yeah, I hope your family's doing all right. I think I remember you had children. You have children, so hope you and your family are well. Life, wealth, and health to everyone. Anek Ujasanev. Life, prosperity, and health. Wealth and health. Health and wealth. Wealth and health. Yeah, I'm dressed like this too because Hailee Salassee. I'll probably take my shit back off though. Now, okay. So what happened was these robots. Yeah. They tried to make a peace treaty, and then they came to the humans with an apple, and that's a sign of peace, a symbol of peace. The humans didn't accept it. They destroyed their town. Next thing you know, they're doing, I don't know what it was called. I'm going to call it Operation Blackout. So they do Operation Blackout and blot out the sun, which is not the best idea at all, because we need the sun, so food stop growing and all this stuff. Thank you. Oh yeah, you did say you said when I laugh. Hey, you too. Thank you so much. Thank you for stopping in. I hope all is well with you and your family also. Yeah, hey, hope so. Yeah, anyways, that's just how the Matrix, that's what's really happening, because when Morpheus and all them, they're sitting in those chairs and doing all this stuff, whatever. I don't even know what to say. But, Morpheus is telling Neo, we don't know who attacked first, and he's talking about the robots or the humans. And so that's the thing too. And then he says, what is real? What makes something real? Because you can touch it, see it, smell it. You know, your senses. That's what makes stuff real. A good question, Morpheus. And then Morpheus is actually the Greek god of dreams and like nighttime. Yeah, so I don't even know how much longer I can hold this. But let me get my... I was just the Ethiopian king. I'm about to be the pharaoh. I was just the Ethiopian emperor now, Kemetic one. So, alright, let me just talk about the couple glitches in the Matrix. That was a little backdrop. Excuse me. But, so there's these little couple glitches in the Matrix, or the movie The Animatrix, and it's just like something where there's this girl and then there's these two kids, these two little boys, and they're playing, and they're they found a glitch in the Matrix, so it may be like something like anti-gravity, or something like that. Oh shit. Shango, hail to the majesty. Oh yeah. Shit. I'm glad it ain't rain when I had to hit my jog. I'll be jogging every day. At least 2 miles. Sometimes 4. Well, 4.5. Sometimes 3. Sometimes 4.5. Sometimes 6. Sometimes 9. Okay. So anyways, yeah, like I said, it might be like anti-gravity. I wish I remembered. I wish I would have looked this stuff up before I got back on here. Before I got on here to tell this story. But so the next day, these people, they're like agents or whatever, and they come and fix that glitch in the Matrix. But there are glitches in the Matrix where stuff like that can happen. I don't know where. Okay. Let me just show a few things from this book too. Same stuff I always talk about. Nothing too new. This book is Ta'ank Amen, Amenism, Atenism, Egyptian monotheism. So I just want to go over a couple of these deities. Yeah. So here you have Amun, and it says Amen Ra, or it's really an I. So Emin Re, Nesut, Necheru. So it's saying he's Amen Ra, the king of the gods. And this is what it says. And he's the great lord of Thebes. With the double plume, the feather. In French, plume. I think it's pen, but I also think it's something else, like sex. There we go. Aminet. See her name at the top. Iminet. It looks like it says. So she's the counterpart of Amen. So she is a dweller in the northern Apet, Apeti, Sut, or Karnak. So this actually represents the hidden forces, and he has the Ankh in his hand, which is important to notice. The hidden forces of nature and the seen forces of nature. So whether it's it could represent the air, and this could represent the sun. No, it's I have that book though. I do have that book. Let me find it. This one is by E.A. Wallace Budge. Ta'onk Amen, Amenism, Atenism, and Egyptian monotheism. But this is the Book of Coming Forth by Day, the Pert M. Heru. What's dude named Faulkner, Raymond Faulkner. Woo! We're doing candle magic. That's what that just was a little bit of. And it's funny because this is actually a flame. So we got Anubis. Well, this is Kenti Amenti. Osiris, the foremost of the Westerners. Anubis mummifying the deceased. Aset she has a throne on her head. Nebhet with the temple on her head. The soul, the Ba, and it shows you a human head on a bird body because your soul can fly. It's volatile, ever changing. This is a good book though. But Salassee, I ain't great, yo. And it was written up in the book of life. Up in the book of life. And they call that the Book of the Dead. Why are they calling the Nut Amen? Net, the city of Amen. I don't know what this is saying. Okay, here we go. Let's do some more real quick. It's showing Horus, Ra, or they're not even calling him Ra, but Herakuti or Herakte. Horus of the horizon, Horus of the two horizons. Horakete. This is the god Atum. Tim. There's a book in the Bible called Timothy. This is him. Atim. Adam. Atoms. So, and this is said Temu or Tim. Lord of Thebes or Lord of the two lands. So it says Tim, Neb, Taway. I'm thinking. Yeah, the two lands. Alright. So then it says Heliopolis, Enu. Let's see what it says. Alright, the two lands of Enu, great governor of the 9 gods. So he was probably the oldest man-headed god in Egypt. So, alright, that's why it says Enu. So they're saying he's the governor. I don't even know how to read that shit right now. Maybe Heka. But of the gods, the 9 gods, the Pesejet. I don't even know if it says that right here or not, but Necheru. So this is where the word Adam comes from, and then Atem, or Atem. So these deities, alright. So not only that, Atum, he's the head of the Pesejet, or the Ennead, which is the 9 gods. So Atum, Shu, Tefnu, Osiris, Isis, Nephthys, Set. Amen and Amenet are, sorry, I'm so sorry. Amun and Amenet are the two first gods of the Agdawad, or it's called Kemenu. The Agdawad are gods before creation. They are primordial, and they represent genetics and reproduction. So the word Ankh, A-N-K-H, the A in the word Ankh represents Amen and Amenet. Then there's Nun, the primordial waters, and Nunet. And they can represent unformed energy matter and formed energy matter. And then you have Kek and Keket, which is darkness and light. And then He, H-E-H, and H-E-H-E-T, Hehet. So the infinite and the finite, or the boundlessness and that which has bounds or boundaries. Now, this is Khnum, Khenemu. So how the Bible says, the potter to the clay. He's the potter to the clay. That's the God Hapi. But Khnum fashions man on his potter's wheel, and he fashions the world every day. Who became incarnate in a ram. So Khnum, there's also a deity called Neph, K-N-E-F, or E-P-H. So you can see the potter. This deity actually represents your whole life, from the conception to the birth to your actual life to the death to the rebirth or afterlife, all that. So he represents the whole life, your life experience, from being a sperm and everything, a little mustard seed. Now these deities are in Elephantine, which is this triad, the three deities. That's the first cataract of Kemet. So Amenhotep III built a temple at Elephantine. This is Anuket, the goddess of the Nile flood. She has feathers on her head. This symbol is called the Waj, Uwaj, like Wajet. And they all got Ankh. So this would be the father, the son, and the daughter. And sometimes they can either be sisters or sister wives or whatever. So then this is Sechet. They call her Sati, or if you look it up, it says Satis. Her name means to shoot. You see it at the top. So she's the Nile flood, the rushing Nile. Sorry. Is this boring? This is interesting. This is Amenhotep III, here called Neb Ma'at Ra. That's his throne name. Neb Ma'at Ra Amenhotep. And he's worshiping himself as a god. That's what it says. Amenhotep III, worshiping himself as a god of the triad. So you wake up, you're supposed to worship yourself, your Ori. Ori, I honor you and give you thanks. Here we got Heru, or Hathor. And you can tell that's her name, because this is Horus. My hair is so long, I'll be breaking my shit off my pick. So I'm just going to use this. And this square means the house. Het. But it really is like hut. Huet. Het. Het Heru. So this is the universe, and the sun is Heru. She's the universe, housing the sun, the mansion of Christ. This is Mut, Mother Nature, Mut Nature, Mut. So she's Nebet, the lady of. It says Asher. She's she's also the female counterpart of Amun-Ra, or the wife of Amun-Ra. And Amun-Ra also had a wife called Usiret, which is like Osiris. Usir, the open eye. Kinsu, the moon god. Kinsu. Nefer Hetep. So this is Kinsu, or Kansu, the moon god. Inpu. Inpu. Anubis. Okay, I know. Sometimes I talk freaking slow. Anpu or Anubis. It says the son of Set. Most stories will say Osiris, and then Nephthys. This is my guy right here, Sobek. Peace. Sebek. He's the crocodile. An ancient crocodile god. So the crocodile was looked at as a solar deity, a fertility deity, and a psychic deity. Because the female crocodile knew that the Nile River would rise, and she always laid her eggs to where the Nile River couldn't get it. They also looked golden in the sun, so they associated it with the sun. Sobek, Seba means star. Seb is the same as the Egyptian earth god, Geb. Let me find Geb real quick, because I'm about to put all this stuff together, because everything is one. The planets, the elements, all this stuff is one. Here we go. Geb, also called Seb or Keb. God bless it. Now, like the word Gaia. Why is my phone doing this? Oh, okay, yeah, I got you, bro. And this shit is fire. You probably skip through a little bit of it. I wish this would focus. Shoot. All right, so Geb is the earth god. Geb, Seb. So Geb, Ge is where you get geography, geology. So Ge means the earth. So in Sumer it's called Ki, Ki. So Anunnaki, the Ki is earth. Nut, okay, and then also called Gaia. We'll get to that. Pangea. Pan means all. Gaia is earth. Nut, the Nu, the Nu is the sky. The primordial waters, a noon or nu. Nut is, in Greek mythology, Uranus, which means the sky. Uranus. She's the lady of heaven. Nebet Pet. She's the mother, she who gave birth to all these deities. That means birth. She has a pot on her head that represents the uterus, with the Waj and the Ankh to give you life. Sky Goddess gives birth to all celestial bodies. Alright, now, I was saying that Anu means sky. Sorry, Geb, we'll also call Seb, which is Joseph in the Christian mythology. So, Joseph was the earthly father of Jesus, is what they're getting at. So, there's also a deity called Makara. Let me see if I can. There's a deity called Makara. Matter of fact, where my nigga at? Oh my God. Oh. Now the reason I have these is because I'm gonna bring him to life one day. I might, but I'm trying to embody the energy or the archetype. And if you look at the little pictures in Africa, they got little boys holding their little alligators or crocodiles. And also have a dragon. Yes. Mushikushu. So he's Babylonian. Alright. Makara. Makara is the Hindu or Vedic deity. He's actually the... When I say terrific, it doesn't mean the good, but it's terrible or terrifying. So the terrific or malefic aspect of the deity Varuna. Varuna is like Olokun, the Orisha. It's the god of the waters, or the spirit of the waters. We know more about space than the water. Varuna represents, and the waters above, the waters below, the waters below the below, like underneath the earth, like whatever, all this stuff, like I can't even really just say it right now, but like the deepest part of, the bottom of the universe, like all this stuff, whatever, however all this stuff works. Varuna, okay, so he also represents the sky, which is called, Uranus. Neptune, because Sobek is like Poseidon. So Uranus and Neptune is like air and water, but it's all the same. Everything's one, the earth. So I'm just getting that Varuna is also all these deities. So Makara is also Capricorn. And I'm going to tie it all in. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is Kronos in the Greek mythology. Kronos is the earth god Geb. So Geb is Sebek. So it's all like... Kronos is also Yahweh from the Bible. And his son is Zeus, Jesus. The Bible, we already know it comes from Greek mythology, a synchronization of Babylonian and Canaanite polytheism. Alright, it's a dude on YouTube, Son of Saturn, S-O-N or S-U-N, Son of Saturn, and type in Varuna, V-A-R-U-N-A, and all this stuff will pop up. The goddess Neith is Athena. So Sobek is also associated with Ra, so the sun. The crocodile would shine like the sun, and it would be golden, and they would get their little sunlight in on the banks of the Nile or stuff like that. So this deity is Neith, also, it's Net. This is a quantum string. Quantum physics right here. She usually is depicted with one of these on her head. So her name is Neith. Athena. She's a warrior goddess, a goddess of wisdom also. Neith, Net, counterpart of Sobek. I forget what else she does. She weaves matter on her shuttle. So she's like the spider Dada, in the Dogon and Anansi. Athena, Neith or Athena is wisdom, or Minerva, Pallas, also called Sophia in the Gnostic text. Sophia means wisdom. She's the mother of Yaldabaoth, who is the demiurge. Ra is the daughter of Neith. Her son is Ra, the demiurge. In Greek mythology, I might have messed this up. Greek mythology, Athena is the daughter of Zeus. So they switched it. We got Shemsu, Hor. The followers of Horus is what people are usually, if this is their name. But this is They say Shemsu Hor, but there's also Horus the Elder. That looks like what they're trying to get at. So this is the older Horus. This is Harpocrates, the side lock, and he has to be quiet because his uncle Set is looking for him. So he's the god of silence. Hippocrates. And he sees the Lord of the Two Lands. He's the son of Aset. Hor Pa means the. So he's Horus the child. There's also a Hor Pa Ra, which is Horus the son, and that's a deity called Muntu. That's his son. There he is right here, Mintu. Also called Horakte. Horakte is Muntu, planet Mars, the war god of Hermonthis. Heru Nech Tefet. So the Heru Nech Tef F. So he's the avenger of his father. Dude, he's kind of mad. It's Amenhotep III. He was like my brother. We got Men. Amun Men Kamutef. His name is Men. Menu. The bull of his mother. Kamut F. Men Kamutef. The Masonic symbol is a 90-degree angle. He's standing on a square. Amun Men Menu Men Kamut F. The bull of his mother. A god of new birth and virility. Whom Amun and Amun Ra are identified with. So Amun Ra is like Amun. I told you that's the oldest deity, you know, in the primordial, because it's unseen before anything. And then, you know, so really his son will be Ra. So Amun Ra fusing is like he's his own son. And his son is the sun in the sky also. Osiris is the son of Amun Ra. Excuse me. I cannot get this shit to do right. Act right. He has a goose on his head. This is Geb. Also called Negu. Hold on. For the Negu. Nigga. Nah, but he is. Why is this doing this? He's the earth god. He's the father of, you know, they say Osiris, but like I just said, they say Amun Ra is his father. All right, so the cackler, the goose that laid the egg, the cosmic egg, was really Tahuti, but all these deities are one. They said Nut and Geb. Now it's doing it. Ptah, he represents Epetah, Neb Ma'at, look at shit. The Lord of Ma'at, the King of the Two Lands, Nesut Taweh. That's a keyhole. It's very key. That's just a play on words. He has the Jed pillar, the four top chakras, the backbone of Osiris, like the Jedi, the Wa scepter of power. This is also probably electricity too. The crook and the flail. It's called the Heka and the Nekaka. I know it's a weird name. Nekaka. This Kaka is shit in Haitian. In Creole. So he represents subatomic particles. His son is Atum, the atoms. The world, he's, you know, the secret creator of the world. He's the craftsman. He's the creator god. It's where people, this he has a kufi on. The Muslims, you know, that's the kufi. He's mummified. but subatomic particles before the atoms. Quarks, protons, electrons, neutrons. Sekhmet, Sekhem, Et, the female powerful one, beloved of Ptah, Merit Ptah, or Mary Ptah, Nebet Pet, she's the lady of heaven, and the lady of the two lands, mistress of the two lands. Sekhmet is the Kundalini energy, the prana, the life force energy. Shekinah. And there's, excuse me, I was saying words like prana earlier and Shashuna. I was watching Dr. Aleem El Bey. He just put out a video 2 days ago. And I was saying the same stuff and he was saying it at the same time. Alright, I'm going to get off of here soon. Let me just read this. Dua, Imin, Dua, Amen, Ketef or Kefet, Ubenef, M, Harakte, Yin, Ka. I can't even think of how to say this shit right now. Something. In. Amen. And this is telling you this dude's name is Suti. Suti. Or Seti. Or Sut. He's the overseer of the works of Amen. Overseer of the works of Amen. His brother, the overseer of the works of Amen. Except his brother's name is Horus. This is him. Horus, Heru, Har. So this is, and I just read this in Kemetic, but Dua means praise. So this is saying a hymn of praise to Amen. When he riseth, Ubenef, he is the F. When he rises as Horus of the two horizons. So, a hymn of praise to Amen when he riseth as Horus of the two horizons by Suti. Sukt. And Sut is the oldest deity. Set. They demonized Set, but this was Sut before Osiris. It was Sut. Sut Nessi. Sut Nubit. Sut Nubis. Sut Typhon. And Typhon is the hippopotamus goddess, Tawaret. Alright, my book's falling apart. Okay, so here we got it right here. Usir. And people, hey, thank you. I'm trying to find something to talk about. So this is Usir, the seer of the throne, the open eye. People say Asar, but it's Usir. Neb, Nehe. So this is the Lord of eternity. He's the bull of Amentet, the west, where the sun sets, the land of the dead. Bull of Amenta, Amentet. I-M-N, and this is another N. The Egyptians just liked to do stuff like that so it looked nice. Because that N doesn't even have to be there. So T-T, Tet, Ament, Et. So he's the bull of Amentet. Ka, her, Amentet. I don't even know if that's how you would say it. Usir, or Osiris, Neb, Nehe, Ka, Her, Amentet. Yeah, Ka, Her, Amentet. This is Aset. I don't know what this shit says. Aset. See, if this was in Osiris' name, it would be Asar, but it's not. And that's why I be telling people, but they don't want to hear me. And this is saying she's the mother of Horus. That's about all I can figure out. Female counterpart of Osiris. Men. So, okay, this right here is a picture of a breast, which is Minj, like Yemenja. Yemenja. This is the same type deal. And she has the throne on her head. The matter of fact, when you see her with her son Horus, this represents the Kundalini energy. This is matter of fact here we go right here. Kundalini Shiva, the sexual energy traveling up. Or no, this is Kundalini Shiva. This is Kundalini Shakti. When she travels up and kisses the pineal gland, the Kundalini Shiva, it creates the Christ consciousness, the Heru. I learned that from Dr. Alim El Bey. So it's not just some stories that's about these people. It's talking about this energy, the mother goddess, the primal, primordial goddess, life force energy. And that's why people need to practice seminal retention, or at least if you are going to have, intercourse or copulate, you take your time, breathe. Like, people always hurry to get to the end. But when she caresses and kisses the pineal gland, oh yeah, because she's going to travel up through the 7 chakras or the 7 caves. So that's Shishuna. And right here, this is the Jed pillar again, the top 4 chakras. This is Osiris Kenti Amenti, God and Judge of the Dead and Lord of the Underworld. So Osiris was Orion. All the stars will follow Orion. Usir, Seer of the Throne. Open Eye. Kenti Amenti, the foremost of the Westerners. He was the first person to ever die. And they show him as a pygmy, the Twa. Like the god Bes. Sokar, the death god of Memphis. That's him. Sokar, Seker, like Sekeret, or Serket. Now this deity in Yoruba is Iku. Iku is the Orisha of he represents death. Like, he's an Ajogun, which means warrior, but the Ajogun, you want to stay on that good side, because it's Orisha, Ajogun, Erumale, the primordial, the Iyami, Aj, the great mothers. So, there's actually a story about these, I don't know if they're called Ilekes, but these, I don't know if they were wearing necklaces or wearing the bracelets. This is sea glass, or this is I don't know what this shit's called. But for example, these people were eating chips or something like that, something crunchy, and Iku thought that they were eating glass. And they saw that everybody had those bracelets on. And he was like, oh, these people must be tough. They're eating glass. So don't mess with them. So if you wear these certain beads, death will essentially not want to mess with you or pass you by. Alright, so this is Heket. Heket is also a measurement in Kemet, but it says she's one of the 8 members of the Agdawad. That's actually not true. There's a goddess named He. This goddess, though, is, she's there when Khnum is fashioning man on a potter's wheel. They show, like I said, frogs. They usually show the males as frogs, I think. Either way, frogs and snakes. So you see that word Ogdoad, Ogdoad, or Ogdod, or Kiminu? Those are the primordial deities. I'm going to read from I actually am coming out with a book. So Thoth, Tahuti. Now this, I'm gonna read from my book though. Heket. This is where that deity Hecate comes from in Greek mythology. Look at this nigga. Peace. Alright, so I'm gonna just go back over what I just said real quick too. Look at this nigga. So this book is Tutankhamun, Aminism, Atenism, and Egyptian Monotheism by E.A. Wallace Budge. Alright, they got off. Alright, what's gonna tell them? Aleph. Okay, the Ak. You hear the Muslims or people say, yo, what up, Ak? That's Ak. Akhenaten. So, Ak. Here we got Jehuti. Tehuti. Well, it's Jehuti. They call him Thoth. The scribe. He was the mind of the primeval God. I've told people this. This is the God mind. If anybody believes in a God, which, we do, it ain't, maybe so much like the Christian God, Yahweh or Oluwa. But, people actually, I feel like just misinterpreted what God was anyways. But nature. And then there's still, it's still the primordial. I really thought my boo was about to call, nigga. Alright. So that means scribe. Yeah, I told everybody. This is God thinking. You had to think, he had to think, or it had to think before it brought anything into creation. So Wajet, the third eye or intuition, I feel like she's there too. This is the oldest deity. He's the leader of the Agdawad. That's what I just want to show it again because it said it right here. Thoth. It's in this book too. As a matter of fact, it's dedicated. I read this and I said, damn. Dedicated to Tahuti, Jehuti, the Lord of wisdom and utterance, the God who cometh forth from the veil. And whoever the fuck that is. So, Jehuti, they dedicated this book to Tahuti, Jehuti, and that's where Judah comes from. Peace to the God. So they're talking about Jehuti. And it says he was the mind of the primeval God and translated into speech the will of this God. So he's the Lord of writing. It says the scribe. He also has a counterpart, Seshet. Seshet is the one who gave him all the information. So it's really the females. She told him all the stuff. Now this is Mayat, Sa'et Ra, the daughter of Ra, Sit-Re. Sa'et-Re. We know she's cosmic order, the goddess of truth, physical and spiritual order, reality, law. So in the Hindu or the Vedic, Maya means the illusion. It was also kind of crazy. This picture is kind of interesting because this symbol means heaven. And it's kind of like bent. You don't really never see it bent like that. Okay. So we see Akhenaten had a little belly because he was eating good. They sacrificing some chickens. Got an Ebo going on. Got some sistrum playing. Throwing gifts to the people. Here we go. So this is Imset. These are the 4 sons of Horus. The candlepick jars where they would put the organs. Hapi, Duwa Mutef, and that means praises of his mother. And Keb Sinawef, he who quenches his brothers. This says grandsons of Horus the Elder and sons of Osiris, but it's backwards. These are Osiris's grandchildren. And I'm getting a little tired. Shoot. Okay. I went over all the deities in this book. And I'm just going to talk about a couple things real quick. Hit them with the... Those my vitamins. I mean... One of the things I talked about, the demiurge. Let me say what the demiurge is. That's an artisan or craftsman-like figure responsible for fashioning and maintaining the physical world. So these Gnostics came up with the term demiurge, and so even though it was the fashioner of the universe, it wasn't necessarily the same God or same creator figure in the monotheistic sense, because the demiurge itself and the physical world, the material world, that the demiurge fashions, so say the universe and the demiurge itself are both considered to be consequences of something else. So they're subsequent to the one God, the monad, which is what it's called on here. Depending on the system, they may be considered to be either uncreated and eternal, or the product of some other entity. The monad emanated the demiurge, or Nous, nus, and in parentheses, consciousness. It looks like it says the energy emanated by the one I cannot do this. Is then the work. Alright, so also called the one is the monad. Then the work, process or activity called nous, or consciousness. The demiurge, mind, or demiurge, and it has commas, mind, comma, consciousness, that organizes the indeterminate vitality into, that was a hard word to read, like intermittent vitality. They said to God, let me read this shit again. The demiurge, the mind, consciousness, the mind or consciousness that organizes the indeterminative vitality into the experience called the material world, the universe, the cosmos. So really, this is like a hologram of us. Our higher selves are in another dimension right now. But Bobby Hemmett said, basically, we are the gods, and, the gods are basically sleeping, or even dead, and we are their dreams. So when people are like, I'm my ancestors' wildest dreams, that's what they talking about. So I think I had typed in God as the devil, and this stuff popped up. There's an Ennead here. Alright, I just want to say a few more things and I'm going to get off of here. So then the demiurge, he didn't look up to see that he actually had a mother. So that's where you get, I am a jealous God. So this talks about Sophia, which means wisdom, the demiurge's mother, which is, Athena and Zeus, or the goddess Neith and Ra. Even though Athena is the daughter of Zeus. So there was the demiurge mother is a partial aspect of the divine pleroma, or the fullness. So this was the uncreated world, or the spiritual world. She wanted to create something apart from the total, from the divine totality, and she didn't have the permission of the divine host. So in this separate creation, she gave birth to the demiurge, and she wrapped him in a cloud and created a throne for him within it. The demiurge, isolated, did not behold his mother nor anyone else, and concluded that only he existed. So ignorant of the superior levels of reality, he has a portion of his powers, of his mother's power. So then he creates. Let's see. All right, so he sets about a work of creation in the unconscious imitation of the superior pleromic realm. So he creates the 7 heavens, or the 7 archons, so the planets. He's even looked at as Saturn. As well as all material things and animal things. Alright, let me find some of my book real quick. Some of my book. Bam. Bam. Oh shit. Oh man, I need to get this shit out. Man, I don't even want to read this stuff, man. Motherfuckers be trying to, somebody try to steal this information. So it's my Osiris picture. I got a lot of ideas. I'm low-key talented. Okay, so I said this earlier. Alright, let me see. The Memphite theology. So there's Memphis, Egypt. I'm trying to hurry up and do this. I don't know what's going on. 11:30. Alright. Ptah. Oh. The Memphite theology of ancient Kemet, or Egypt, tells of a divine mythological creator god named Ptah. So he was subatomic particles, anthropomorphized. His consort was Sekhmet, Kundalini energy, the life force energy. Their son Atum, or Atem, was atoms, anthropomorphized. His counterparts were Atumet and Is-Aset. So Is-Aset is the mother of all these gods too. Is-As, but it's a Is-Aset. It's like Isis. I don't know. His children were Shu, who was gas, all the gases on periodic table, air and wind, Tefnut, all the liquids, and water and rain. Their children were Geb the earth and Nut the sky. And their children were Osiris. He represented the sun and vegetation. He is the sun god because he dies to be resurrected again. So Osiris is the sun. A lot of people don't know that. Girl, I'm waiting for a minute to call a nigga. I gotta finish the live up. Probably like, you ain't on your other page, boo. I listed Horus Osiris, which is Horus the Elder. That's the Greek word, Osiris. Osiris. He's the sky god and the Lord of, god of kingship. Set, or Typhon, is the god of deserts and storms and electricity. So he also has, he fights the sun, he fights on the boat of the sun god Ra, the deity Apep. So Set also can represent your immune system, and Apep can represent intestinal worms and just stuff like that too. And it's all constellations. Apep is Eridanus, the constellation. Let me see. That's what it looks like. Motherfucker. Oh, excuse my language. This is Eridanus. This is Osiris. Orion. So, Draco, Tawaret, Typhon. Now, you see Osiris, Draco, bam. Ophiuchus, Ra-Harakte, or some people say Imhotep. This is Ra-Harakte. Ra and Osiris are twin souls. This is the mother of the material world. Boy, I would get into some shit right now. Hathor, Nut, Aset, whatever, Ma'at, Serket, the goddess Neith. Lupus is Soot. Lupus is he represents the star Sirius, but you'll see Soot on top of the Little Dipper. So this is usually you'll see a hippo with a crocodile on its back. Peace, there go my boo. I gotta finish the live up. Boo. The Sphinx. And the reason he has a lion body and a human head is because Aquarius is 6 months or 180 degrees. Peace, Alafia. So I said Orion is Osiris. I said Eridanus is Apep, the serpent of chaos. Osiris, Orion, the great mother. Also called Nut, but Ta'aret, Typhon. Ra-Harakte. Said Ma'at, Serket, Neith, Hathor, Horem Aket, or the Sphinx, Horus, Khepera, Gemini, Shu and Tefnut, the air and the water. Taurus, Nut, or the Apis bull. Perseus, Horus, also. Cassiopeia, the goddess Anuket. They'll show her with her arms up. Matter of fact, man, I need to find a picture just so I can... Man, I done put out hella information. This is the god Khnum. Alright, so we got Khnum, Anuket, and Sechet. Triangulum. So that's just a little... Hercules is a deity called Hairy Chef, was the son of Amun. The crown. This is also called the wig of Hathor. The thigh of Set. Okay. Excuse me. Damn, man, I was sitting here dressed up in this hot ass shit. Dressed up like Hailee, Salassee and shit, and ain't nobody even get on for a while. I'm the Ethiopian emperor, baby. Shit. You know what it is with me. I already know what it is. Shit. I got hella information and knowledge. I don't even say a lot of stuff, like, most of the time. Like, people don't even know what I'm thinking or how smart I actually even am. Not to brag, not to be egotistical. Like, shit, I would be a good leader. Shit. Oh man, I can make jokes too because this. I can make some jokes. Hold on. All right, now. Now this is where you get people worshiping Jesus. Now these baboons, they were the first ones to get the sunlight. Oh shit, they bent the hieroglyph too for the sky. Wow. These are dog-faced baboons. They're the first ones. Now I should get my other book out too. Man. He's like, look. He's like, man, come with me, bro. This mixtape fire. He's like, damn, this shit hot. Come with me. I usually don't hold niggas' hands, but you gotta hear this shit. This is a bull, the tail of a bull's tail, oxtail. Look at my nigga fresh. That's what I got on right now. You can't tell me that ain't this. I low-key wearing a tunic. Alright, I'm about to finish this stuff up. Okay, I just want to show. This is the Bennu bird. This is Osiris. The Phoenix, and that's a constellation. Osiris and Ra are one. Isis, Nephthys. They're in the form of birds called kites. I'm saying this is Esef. Seth means tomorrow, or means tomorrow. And this one is or is this one tomorrow? Tomorrow and yesterday is Sefer, or SF. And tomorrow is Duaj. So he's facing this way, though. But he's sniffing at this lotus. They all, sniff the lotus. Sniff the lotus. And that has something meaning. Nut or Heset, that's a cow goddess. Mahet Aret. I'm looking for one thing real quick. Bam! Osiris and Ra, one and the same, twin souls. Matter of fact, I could look at that like the Sphinx. And you notice his back is all the way flat because it's a spaceship who will come and land on him. They don't want to tell you that stuff though. Here goes Apep, the Serpent of Chaos, Bastet. And she actually used to be a panther, but she was created just to destroy the agents of chaos. Look at this dude with a big ass head. Peanut. What up, Peanut? Run up on Peanut wrong. He got something. Why she have boobs? It's like, nah. They already knew what it was. Oh, vulture deity. Excuse me, damn near can't even. See, that's what I had on. The Egyptian priest would kill a leopard. Alright. Oh, I didn't even finish. Hold on. Shoot, tough noob. Shit, my bad. Set, the god of deserts and storms. So I was saying he represents electricity because there's two different sides of electricity. You can have power, or you can get shocked. So, but they made him the killer of Osiris because, well, actually Ra used to be the lord of the underworld, but they changed it rather around the 5th dynasty or something like that. So Osiris, and I said he fights Apep on the boat of Ra, and he's called not Lupus but Lepus, which is a rabbit or a hare. And if you see it, it looks like it's really kind of looks like a little devil. If you ever seen the movie Moon, the Guardian of the Moon, it looks like the little imp or whatever on there. That's a good ass movie. So Isis represents the moon, and Nephthys can represent the stars. This is my interpretation. So these concepts represent the 4 states of matter in the creation of the physical world. These gods of Heliopolis or Enu are known as the Ennead or the Pesejet, which is the group of 9. This theology represented the structure of matter. These forces of nature called the Neteru are the gods of creation, all emanating from the one God, Nature. And then say even before nature was Paueti, the primordial one. So we're all primal energy now in physical matter. This is true. In Greek mythology, they talk about Gaia, or Chaos, Tartarus, and Gaia. So known as the primal earth, also called Tiamat, which means mother of life by the Mesopotamians. In the Typhonian Egyptian tradition, her name is Typhon, or Taweret, and Typhon, Taweret, which is also the constellation Alpha Draconis, or Draco. She's the triple blackness of space, and she is the mother of the solar system. The mother of the material world, or material, maternal, whatever, matter. So, you know, and this is what I need to post. And they took this website down. But it's called Crossing the Leo Cancer Boundaries. This is why my son is a Cancer, a month. In the temple of Hathor and Dendera in Egypt is what's called a planisphere, depicting every star and constellation in the sky, where she is shown giving birth to all of the gods. That's why she's in the center of the heavens. And there's also something called the Meshkinet, or Meskinet, but Meshkinet, showing the birth of the star. So it's called the birthplace. Alright, so now in Hermopolis, also called Kimenu, there's a group of gods or deities and goddesses, Neteruet, called the Ogdoad, Ogdo, Kimenu, group of 8. So this is the 8 divided cells of mitosis. So they were 4 male and female pairs. The males depicted as frogs, females depicted as snakes. This represents genetics and reproduction. So the Ennead represents the structure of matter and the physical world. Did I put that? Now these deities, I said this already, the Ankh, Amen, Amenet, Nun, Nunet. Alright, so Amen and Amenet, the hidden and unseen forces, visible, seen. The hidden or unseen, invisible, and seen forces of nature. Nun and Nunet, the primordial waters of chaos, is anthropomorphized, unformed and formed energy matter. Kuk, or Kek, K-E-K, or K-U, Kuk, K-U-K. Thank you. Kuk, Kek, is darkness, and Keket is light. So it's the dawn, the dusk, or night and day. He, H-E-H, boundlessness, and He-Het, boundaries. This is where the word Ankh comes from. I mean, and I also said it's an Egyptian text that states basically that Atum told Osiris that he would destroy everything, and that everything that he created, and that the only thing that will be left is him. And I said I take that to mean that every atom created will be destroyed one day. And only God consciousness will be left. So, and then it also says in Genesis, Adam, his job was to name every creature, and this isn't meant to be taken at face value, because atoms create everything that we see, and this is what's really being said. Bam! Now! Ha 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 ha! It's like, now, where's my other book? Bro! Where's my book at? This is a good one. A Heritage of the African People. And a spiritual approach to astrology. Baby, that ass. That ass. Why did my book just do this? Huh? It's like, nah, I'm acting a little wild. Let me find, alright. Bam! Now, since my boo just got on here, I just want to go over one thing real quick. One thing. Just to show you what we've been talking about. Amen and Amenet. Emin. So they have the onks in their hands. So that's alright. Alright, I'm gonna show this last freaking thing. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get off of here. Taking up, I don't want to be taking up people's time. I appreciate you even on here. Oh, there go my son right here in the chariot. He only 3 right now, but one day he gonna be in the chariot. See, Amun Herkepshef. So that's why his name is Amun. The Amen is with his strong arm. Oh, pictures of me. See what I'm saying? Like, represented as Osiris. Like, we in the temple. This me right here with my Jones on. And my hat. I ain't wear that hat in years. And people love to say that they shot the noses off of these. Now, she ain't got no mouth. But she ain't got no face. They might have fucked that up. But they did not. I mean, you know, this head, he ain't got no face. Alright, there's the baboons. That's all I wanted to show. Let me find this. Big ass temple. Karnak temple. If that is Karnak, it is. Man, it's the largest temple in the world. Matter of fact, that right there, that's where pi comes from. 3.14. It's hard to see. Oh, big ass feet. Right there. Ramses depicted himself as a deity, Nefertum, with Ptah and Sekhmet. The goddess Kadesh or Ketesh, she's goddess. Yeah, she's always fun. There go your boy Min. No, okay, I'm about to show the freaking. And then I'm about to get off of here. I swear to died. I just want to show these baboons in a better light. Here we go. Oh no, it's over top of this. God bless it. Oh wow. It might not happen. I was really trying to. And he got a leopard skin on. Well, as soon as I was thinking about putting that shit back on. Soon as I thought about that. Alright. Well, peace. They just got off. Turn that beat up. Yeah. Here go me. Here go your boy. He look just like. Look at me in my eyes. And don't be surprised if you. Rams is the motherfucking great. Like the moon, cause I just turned 28. And it's late. But we not 8. Alright. Horus. Avenger of his father. And we out. Now, that was some good information, man. Like, y'all, you know, we gotta do this again sometime. Peace to everybody. Peace to the seas. Peace to the earths. Peace to equality. And we out. I hope all the good things in the world happen to all y'all.